What are the 10 most profitable small businesses in Europe? Let's talk about it now! Hi, I'm Oliver and welcome back to the channel Ask Me Startup, where we talk about startups, small businesses and the world that surrounds them. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and pushing the notification bell because it really helps this channel to grow. If you're into business, if you plan to start a business, if you have a startup, please feel free to download my free startup checklist, link in the description below. Today I want to talk to you about the 10 most profitable small businesses in Europe. So I know you guys are really interested into small business ideas, and YouTube Analytics actually confirmed it, because when I launched my video in January on the 10 best small business ideas, it was a great start and it keeps increasing in demand. So I was thinking I want to add on to this for you guys so you have a better and more in-depth choice. Today let's talk about the 10 most profitable small business ideas in Europe. As you are most likely aware, businesses tend to be on different scales of profitability depending on the margin they can achieve, which is of course a direct reflection of the market you're in. Now, that means that maybe you have a great small business, but maybe your neighbor, because he's in a different market and different environment, might have a more or easier life because he's doing more profits. Now, profits are never guaranteed, and they are, of course, a result of you doing your work properly, thoroughly, with a focus on the customer and the customer only. And so let's jump right into the 10 most profitable small business ideas in Europe, starting with number 1, handyman or handywoman. I'm pretty sure you're aware that more and more people are unable to fix things themselves. They're just incapable of. They don't know how to screw, they don't know how to drill a hole. They don't know how to mount an electric switch in the wall. Hence, they have to ask for handymen. Now, Corona kind of enforced or enlarged that trend because people are spending more time at home, meaning they are actually in need to improve and upgrade their own home. Hence, what you see today is a huge shortage on handymen. It's really hard to get them, prices are rising, and they actually can decline customers because they say, I'm simply not available anymore. Profit margins, that's the good side. They are, of course, also trend to increase, and that makes our rank number 1 the handyman. Business number 2, online education. Now, since we're all now very familiar with video calls around the globe, it is quite obvious that if I want to learn something, I might not necessarily need to go to the university myself. I just want to click on there and learn stuff online. Now, there are, of course, pros and cons with it, but online education, no matter where and how you establish it, it mustn't be a big university though. You might teach people how to do pottery. You might teach them a language. You might teach them how to garden properly. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't need to be big. The effort you put in once and the revenue should be reoccurring, which means it is very profitable because the work you need to put in is limited. Small business idea number 3 on the most profitable ones is tutoring. Now, you are aware that people want to improve over the lifetime. Whenever and whatever stage in their life they are eager to learn more. Specifically those that are in business, specifically those who want to strive to become better. Hence, tutoring is a very profitable business because there is a big need and people are willing to pay for it. That means if you have a very specific knowledge, you might be ideal candidate to start tutoring yourself. Small business idea number 4, real estate agency. This is nothing new, nothing totally sexy, but it is very profitable. Number 1, it's been here forever. Number 2, everybody needs some place to live. Hence, selling whatever real estate is always going to be a business, no matter how big the prices are. And due to the very, very strongly grown house prices, surprise, the income of real estate agents has also gone up significantly. And for many, they need to do maybe 2, 3, 4 deals maximum a year to do a good living. Listen, this is one of the most craziest business ever, and unfortunately everybody can call himself a real estate agent, but if you're really good, if you have the right connections, if you appeal to people, you get the business of your life. And don't worry about falling house prices. Don't worry about increase in interest rates. There will always be a market for real estate. Business idea number 5, child-oriented business. Listen, these days it becomes more and more popular to take care of children, to put them somewhere where they are treated best, where they learn more. That can be from daycare, that can be sports camps, that can be education camps. Doesn't matter. Parents are willing to spend a hell lot of money on their children because they want them to have a better life, and they also are aware that the more they learn, the more they know, the better they're off later on. Hence, these businesses become very popular, and not everybody can do it. Now, if you are a person who can deal with kids very easily, who loves to walk and just play with kids, or loves to tutor them, or love to teach them, or educate them in whatever level on sports, this might be a perfect business for you because the demand will always be there. I can already tell you, for instance, in Switzerland, daycare is one of the biggest problems we're facing. Now, is everybody able to pay daycare in Switzerland? No. But demand hasn't stopped. It's just a problem of getting enough people with the right education to start the business. Small business idea number 6, starting a dental office. Now, not every country allows that to do you directly in Europe, but dental care has grown significantly and people love to smile. They need to smile, and anything that is in a digital world, people will look into your face and your teeth in more depth, in 4K if you're unlucky, like I am right now. So people need to take care of their teeth. Hence, this is a big business, and the margins can be incredible. Listen, there are of course exclusive providers like Straumann in Switzerland, but then there are also very cheap providers of materials. And people today buy the cheap stuff with a nice label on it. Hence, because they don't realize the difference, you can make a big profit margin on these. If you have the right education, for sure, that is a very, very profitable business idea for you. Business idea number 7, gardening and landscaping. Listen, people still have gardens, but they don't have time. People still have balconies and terraces, but don't have time. They have plants, but they don't have time or know-how. Hence, these people are in crazy demand. Gardening doesn't stop at private places. Gardening can be or must be done in cities, on highways, in the forest, everywhere. And the demand is growing, and it is impossible to get gardeners these days. I tried it myself because I wanted to fix my garden, and they're not available. It's just impossible. What do? They increase their prices, profit margins goes up, and you need to know, as a gardener, sorry to say that, you don't need much of an IT infrastructure. You need just the accounting and the billing, and that's it. Hence, you have an easy life with that. Disadvantage, it's very manpower intense, but you find a hell lot of people who would like to work in gardening. Hence, you start a business, have other people do the work for you, and then the profit margins can be and will be insane. Business idea number 8, IT consulting. Everybody needs IT today. Everybody needs help. And I know that's for my Indian friends out on my audience. I know many of you have a very good education in IT support or in IT, and hence you can make a good business with it. What you need though are local contacts in specific areas or a focus on a specific type of IT. And then you can make a very profitable business because people need that, and the effort and your efforts are kind of limited in one way or the other. I'm not talking about the personal hours, but for those you can hire people who need to spend the hours. But in terms of equipment, etc., it's not that drastic. And as a business to start, it's not that complicated. All you need is a small office desk, maybe even not that. Maybe take a shared office space, a computer, a website, an email address, a banking account. That's it. Business idea number 9, consulting. Now, I'm very well aware that everybody calls himself a consultant these days. Everybody wants to start a consulting agency. And the reason is, it's bloody damn profitable. If you manage to provide a certain level of consultancy to the people. They will pay you very, very well, and the margins are incredible. I just know a friend of mine who's actually started, in providing consultancy service for registration of medical products to China, for instance. He's earning out double the amount of money compared to the time when he was just an employee at a company. If you manage to have a very good or very specific niche where you are one of a kind, or you're very good, or you have customers who believe and trust in you, you can make a very, very profitable business out of consulting. Last but not least, on the most profitable small business ideas for Europe, web and logo design. Listen, everybody needs designers because doing it yourself is crap. People are not aware of Canva. Most people even don't know how to use it. And hence, if you're aware of this program, for instance, or any other program that you use, and you have that spirit and the ideas and the creativity to come up with great logos, the work for you is very small and the profits can be very high because you can create a very good throughput with that. And believe me, people need designs all the way. They need new web designs, they need new flyer designs, they need new logos, they bring out new products which require logos, etc., etc. So the business is a constant flow. Yes, you might need a broader range of customers, maybe 100 plus is necessary at least, but it doesn't matter. If you got that creativity and the know-how and people love your work, the aesthetics of what you're doing, you are guaranteed to earn a hell lot of money. And please don't compare yourself to those guys on Fiverr. They are offering the service of $5, etc. Why? Because they have no name. That's very important for any of those businesses that I talked today. You need to create a name for yourself because otherwise people are not listening to you. Otherwise your credibility isn't there. You need to prove that you can do it, but then the profit margins will come. All right, everybody. I hope that small video was very helpful to you and gave you some ideas on what you could do as a small business. And keep in mind, many of those small business ideas today, you don't necessarily need to start in Europe. You can offer your service to Europe and then create your headquarters in Europe after you have a certain amount of income already. There are a lot of ways to make it smarter and more effective and use your competitive advantage, maybe not being in Europe and being exposed to the cost structures and the taxes, etc. in Europe. Thank you for paying attention today. If you got any questions, just drop a comment. I'm really, really looking forward to discuss things with you. If you made it so far in the video, please subscribe and push the notification bell because it really helps this channel to grow. Thank you once again, and I'm gonna see you next time.